Jesus also told them another story. Once a man had 2 sons. The younger son said to his father, "Give me my share of the property." So the father divided the property between his 2 sons. Not long after that, the younger son packed up everything he owned and left for a foreign country, where he wasted all his money in wild living. He had spent everything when a bad famine spread through that whole land. Soon, he had nothing to eat. He went to work for a man in that country, and the man sent him out to take care of his pigs. He would have been glad to eat what the pigs were eating, but no one gave him a thing. Finally, he came to his senses and said, "My father's workers had plenty to eat, and here I am starving to death. I'll go to my father and say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against God in heaven and against you. I'm no longer good enough to be called your son. Treat me like one of your workers.'" The younger son got up and started back to his father. But when he was still a long way off, his father saw him and felt sorry for him. He ran to his son and hugged and kissed him. The son said, "Father, I've sinned against God in heaven and against you. I'm no longer good enough to be called your son." But his father said to his servants, "Hurry and bring the best clothes and put them on him. Give him a ring for his finger and sandals for his feet. Get the best calf and prepare it so we can eat and celebrate. This son of mine was dead, but has now come back to life. He was lost and has now been found." And they began to celebrate.
Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to another video with Miss Laura. Today, we have a new parable that we are going to talk about together. It is called the Prodigal Son. So let's read together and let's check about this amazing parable. Okay, here we have the Prodigal Son. Okay. It says, Jesus told a story about a rich man who had 2 sons. The rich man had a very big farm with many servants who looked after it. One day, the younger son went to his father and demanded, "Father, I want you to give me my share of your inheritance now." So he was asking for the money of his father. You see? The father was sad, but he reluctantly agreed to give his rebellious son his share of the inheritance. So the father realized and said, "Well, son, here is your money." Okay? The younger son then left home to go to another country. There he wasted all the money on wild living. My goodness. After he had spent everything, so all the money, the new friends that he had made left him. Then there was a famine in the land. So he was not intelligent, right? He was not intelligent to use the money that he received from his father. So he was poor with no money, no friends, and nowhere to live, okay? He was forced to look for a job, but the only one he could find was looking after pigs, you see? Because he was not intelligent to use that money that he received as an inheritance. The only job he found was looking after pigs, right? Looking after pigs. He spent many days and nights feeling very lonely and hungry, right? Hungry. He was so miserable. He longed to eat the food the pigs were eating. He was beginning to starve to death. You see, he was so lonely. At the moment, he realized how foolish he had been. All of my father's servants have food, and here I am starving. Se está muriendo de hambre. I will go home again and say. So he was thinking to say this to his father. Father, I have sinned against God and you. I'm not good enough to be your son. Please let me be one of your servants. Okay, so he realized that he did something wrong, right? What happened? So he set off on the long journey home along dusty roads. His father missed his son and always looked out, hoping he would return. Then one day, when he looked out, he could see his son a long way off coming down the road. He ran towards him, towards his son, and threw his arms around him and said, right, my son has come home again. He cried, poor father, right? The son was so surprised. He never expected such a welcome, right? He wept, no? Father, I have sinned against God and against you. I'm not good enough to be called your son, right? The son realized that he did something wrong, right? And he said to his father that he was not enough to be called his son, right? His father wiped away the tears from his eye and replied, my son, I love you so much and forgive you. I forgive you. The father then called to his servants, quick, quick, bring me the best clothes and sandal for my son and a ring for his finger. Then kill the best calf, so the baby of the cow. No, then kill the best calf because we are going to celebrate my son returning. My son was dead, now he's alive. He was lost, but now he's found. Sometime later, what happened? The older son returned to the farm after a hard day's work in the fields. He could hear the sounds of a great celebration right in the distance. The servant, as you can see here, the servant told him, your father is celebrating the safe return of your younger brother. So he was surprised, right? And what happened? Look, the older brother was annoyed that his rebellious younger brother was getting such a loving welcome home, right? So he was kind of angry and jealous, right? He sat outside and his father came out to see him. So the father was there with him, no? To see what was happening with him. I have been working, no? The older brother said, I have been working for you many years, but you haven't never had a celebration feast for me. But my brother has been wasting money, and when he returns, you celebrate, okay? His father explained, you have always been with me, and everything I have is yours, my son. We are celebrating because your brother was dead, right? And now it's alive, no? And it's now alive. He was lost, but now he's found. So you see, Jesus told this story to let us know that our Heavenly Father loved us so much. Even when when we disobey Him, when we are really sorry, when we are really, really, really sorry, stop being disobedient and return to Him, He welcomes us with open arms. You see, Nice parable, right? Really nice and interesting. So that is all. But we have an activity, okay? We have an activity here. Yes, that's right. Of the vocabulary. Let me see. I will share with you. Here we have. So we have here this activity. It's a unscramble the letters to find the words in our prodigal son, okay? Here we have A-D-G-I-L-O-P-R. What word will be? You have, right? Yes, Miss Prodigal. Yes, that's right. Here, A-E-F-H-R-T. What word will be? Who was the person who was there, right? Hoping that the son will return? The father, right? The father. Here, la herencia. Do you remember how to say, how can you say herencia in English? Inheritance, right? Inheritance. Here, the two brothers and their father, it's a family. Yes, that's right. Family. The next one, do you remember there was a part when the son left home, right? Left his home. He was really hungry. Yes, because there was no food and nothing. Hungry, okay? And what was the job? Do you remember? To take care of the pigs, yes. Here, do you remember when he returned to which place? To home, right? Very good. Here, the other one. When the son returned to his home, no? The father did a big celebration. Yes, that's right. Celebration. Okay. Do you have this word? E-E-F-G-I-N-O-R-S-S-V. Do you have that word? Forgiveness. Yes, miss. Forgiveness. Okay. Let me check. F-O-R-G-I, yes. B-E-N-E-S-S. And the last one, we have just one part of the story said, or the parable say, no, my son was dead, he was lost, but now he's alive, he's found. Very good. So we complete it, right? We complete this part of the anagram, okay? We have prodigal, father, inheritance, family, hungry, pigs, home, celebration, forgiveness, and found. So we complete our activity. I hope you like it. I hope you like this amazing parable, okay? That's all. See you in the next videos. Goodbye. Take care.